hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this is an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Why we know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree. Lesser known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
The final two teams remain. Only one will be a champion. And we're off in the Super Bowl. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments where you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. First carry now for Kyron Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They stay on the ground with Williams. He finds space for a few yards that time. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Right side into the hands of Adams. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Stafford from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they finally stopped him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Receiver in motion, going left. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Man in motion, out of the slot. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Just gets the 1st and more. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Defense showing blitz, Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Corum has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I can assure you of one thing, that carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Nix with it on first. Brought in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
And the Broncos first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got Sutton complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee it. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
Dobbins. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
Okay,
goal.
all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Go to him again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Nick's trying to sneak it. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Whittington now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Draw play. This is Williams. And he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stafford back to throw. He finds Adams, complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. So we're officially through one here in the Super Bowl. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Santa Clara coming up. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at 1st down here. Stafford now. That's on target. Cook and Akua. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. He's got it. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Stafford throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Los Angeles.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing now, Stafford. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams take a second quarter lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Broncos 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They get it on the ground here with Dobbins. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Connecting on the slant. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Catch made. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Nix from the gun. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Once more, it's Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Gives to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
You know, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nix looking to throw. By Pat Bryant. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning. The Broncos at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to throw this from the gun. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Nix. Hits him on the in route. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Blake Corum now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Stafford from the gun. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. And now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Now Stafford again. Has it in close. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10 from the 41. It's Stafford once more. Cut out left. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made.
It's a gain of 20.
So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. Great vision, gets him across midfield. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Now Nix. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't hang on to the interception, but the momentum's still on the defensive side here ahead of this third down. Third and long for him here. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, that didn't take too long. One series in, and he's given them the second half lead.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Corum now on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford finds him over the middle. And now a small gain up to about the 32. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. It's his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Broncos go with a dime look here on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The #1 thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
And better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit him right in the mouth.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to his running back. Has some daylight through the 40. A lot of space ahead. Inside the red zone. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Running this with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Blitz coming, Nix. And set up the screen here, it's Harvey. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and goal, here's Nix. And trying to set up the screen, Dobbins. It's a Denver touchdown! The Broncos make it a 9-point advantage. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point try now for the Lots. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
24, Rams 14.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Whittington now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they're going to try to take the lead back to 1 possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Straight ahead with Williams. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. they're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Stafford now. He finds Adams, complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line.
Number 17.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
Williams now on 1st and 10. Found some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 into enemy territory.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. To throw, Stafford. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connects on the crosser. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down.
First down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept. Sometimes it does for yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Give to Williams from the gun. Running in the red zone. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, if I know running backs, Kate, I think I do after all these years. This is not a want the next touch. This is a need, a demand for the next touch. Go get that fruit from that seed that you just planted at the 1.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll motion Smith left. Williams hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Kyron Williams the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now we'll see them try the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams cut it to a field goal game.
Rams 21.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Broncos now getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. It's a give here for Dobbins. Finally caught, and he lost the football. but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
You know, Kate, there was a memory burns into my dad, high school coach's memory forever. And that was after winning a game, losing coach comes over and says, Mike, I guess sometimes better to be lucky than good. No, my dad was good. In this case, the runner, he was lucky. He was lucky the sideline saved him as that ball bounces harmlessly out of the way.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play
1 yard gain.
is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Nix from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Good for a Broncos first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Toss play with Dobbins. Some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
You just get the play off. He's keeping it. Plays brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's Broncos football as they try to close out what would be a 4th title.
We are in it to win it.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To throw, here's Nix. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. Pretty easy kick here, Brock. Just 22 yards. Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Whittington now on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Rams heading out to the field now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Stafford from the gun. Into traffic, complete. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Stafford now on first down. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team. Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
2nd and 3 now. A handoff to Williams. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Stafford now on third down. Got a man, that's McCoy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Adams put in motion right. Williams on the carry. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Stafford now off the play fake. Out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in, Corum. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
They'll look to run with Williams. And he's in for the touchdown. The Rams come through to tie it in the 4th. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
All right, time for the kick that he has dreamt of his entire life. And the kick is good, and they've taken the lead in the final quarter of the Super Bowl.
Makes the score Rams 28, Broncos 27.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there, and I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. This is Dobbins. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll work against the blitz. Hits him on the in route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Being offenses love execution of plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. We'll run the counter with Dobbins. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass and it's similar down in distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running it again with Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Gets it downfield. On target to Sutton. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
You know, Kate, it's one thing to get a player out into space. It's another when the defense sees it coming. No chance there for the running back as the defense defeats the blocks before that screen could ever get started.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Broncos trail by just 1. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. He's back to throw. So now they're facing fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. That one is good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Corum now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Rams on offense. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level with so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Setting up to pass. And he won't get it there. Defender finds the throw and breaks it up. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target. And really, the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
They send the tight end in motion. Now to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Desperation time here on 4th. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Denver set to take the field on offense. And that 2-point lead, it's still right there on the scoreboard, Brock, after their defense got off the field clean.
And now, Kate, this offensive goal is to make sure that clock expires with that lead still in hand and them holding the ball. You absolutely do not want to give this ball back, knowing the other side still just needs a field goal.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback drive power for it. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Broncos to a knee and let the clock run out on this win. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. Champions last time this game was played here, partner, and champions once again. The Denver Broncos are winners of this year's Super Bowl. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end, really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.
Yeah, you just feel, don't you, Kate, that every single bit of that Lombardi trophy had to be earned here tonight. But not just tonight, not over these 60 minutes, It was every practice throughout the season, every tough battle they fought on Sundays from September to January, battle-tested. It was all that work that made them capable of earning the championship tonight.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall. I'm Kate Scott. Wherever and however you've been watching, please